In the deep forests where wild boars are allowed to roam freely, their existence is frequently overlooked. Despite the fact that their influence is significant, these creatures are noted for their strong group dynamics, dwelling and migrating in herds. Most of the time, piglets are surrounded by adults, where they learn key survival habits that are required in the wild. The fact that they have a natural preference for digging through the dirt in quest of food is a reflection of their flexibility. Yet, this behavior also has unforeseen repercussions. Not only is this natural foraging behavior necessary for survival, but it also has the potential to cause significant disruption to agricultural land. In a short period of time, a single herd has the ability to turn a fertile field into an area that is deserted. Because of the growing number of interactions between humans and wild animals, the management of wild boar populations has become an important responsibility in many locations. An assortment of control tactics is being implemented, ranging from sophisticated hunting methods that make use of contemporary weaponry to more conventional trapping systems. The creation of trench traps or gated enclosures is a popular strategy that is utilized. These are dependent on having an awareness of the behavior and movement patterns of the boars, which requires patience, competence, and familiarity with the terrain and its characteristics. When they are caught, wild boars react immediately by struggling to escape. They frequently scale slippery dirt walls in an attempt to leave in a frantic manner. Not only does this behavior demonstrate their intelligence, but it also demonstrates how desperate they are when confronted with a well-planned trap. When hunters want to entice a herd into a specific region, they frequently use corn as bait. This allows them to view the herd from elevated stands, which gives them both safety and precision. When hunting in certain areas, bows and arrows are used, which necessitates a high level of precision, stillness, and timing between shots. A successful shot from above has the potential to bring down a target in a quiet and speedy manner. Following the occurrence of such a moment, the remaining members of the herd would often go away into the forest, leaving behind a tranquil and quiet hunting range. This approach represents both the accomplishments of population control as well as the difficulties that it presents. It is not uncommon for folks who are dedicated to preventing the spread of wild boars to be unfazed by adverse weather conditions such as wind and rain. The hunt is not merely a pursuit, rather, it is a responsibility that is still ongoing. The wild boars that have been captured or hunted need to be processed with extreme caution. Taking this step transforms the animal into a source of nutrition, so strengthening the bond that has existed between humans and nature for a very long time. In this cycle, there is no waste of anything. In addition to hunting, there are several methods of management in place. Researchers are able to collect valuable information about the behavior, migration, and diet of wild boars with the use of homemade feeders and monitoring stations. The nocturnal behaviors of these creatures are revealed by footage acquired during the nighttime using infrared cameras. This footage provides insights into how these animals graze, move, and avoid dangers while it is dark. This kind of research is absolutely necessary. The presence of wild boars has become a visible symptom of ecological imbalance as a result of their increasing presence in urban areas. This circumstance demands measures that are well thought out, not only to manage the population, but also to restore the equilibrium between the development of humans and the population of wildlife. Strategies for population management involve not only the efforts of individuals, but also the collaboration of groups. As an illustration, trained hunting dogs are utilized to track the animals across a variety of terrain, including rocky hills, dense reed beds, and slopes that are covered in forest areas. Sometimes, shots may be successful, but on other occasions, an animal may be able to flee. Due to the nature of these difficulties, it is imperative that coordinated action be taken rather than individual interventions. When wild boars continue to expand into new areas, the question that needs to be answered is not only how to hunt them, rather, it is how to coexist with them in a responsible manner. Their story serves as a potent reminder of the resiliency of nature and of the delicate balance that must be maintained between human activities and the natural environment at all times. The utilization of sophisticated trap cage systems is one strategy that has proven to be effective in the management of wild boar populations. It is vital to take a planned approach, which includes finding a good place, placing bait, and installing equipment like as the high-efficiency Jaeger Pro system, which was created exclusively for large-scale wildlife control. As the night draws to a close, infrared cameras capture footage of a herd of wild boars, ranging in size and age, cautiously making their way into the trap zone. As the animals gradually make their way inside the cage, they are drawn in by the aroma of the bait that has been meticulously arranged in the middle of the enclosure. The gate is activated from a distant location after a sufficient number of people have gathered within. It shuts fast and safely, enclosing the entire party inside without any escape. While the wild boars are frantically moving about inside the trap, looking for a way out, the framework continues to remain stable. This technique displays its effectiveness in seizing large herds in a manner that is both safe and efficient, without causing any harm to the animals. The team that was responsible for trapping returns at sunrise evaluated the results. After being safely contained within the cage, dozens of wild boars, each of which varies in size and hue, are now contained. In order to lessen the amount of harm done to agricultural land and to help efforts to regulate the environment, this method of mass capture is extremely important. A further confirmation of the system's dependability is provided by footage that was recorded during earlier operations. Surveillance cameras, remote triggers, and automatic gate mechanisms are some of the features that are incorporated into the Jaeger Pro trap system. It is able to adapt to a wide range of locations and weather conditions as a result of these capabilities, which enable monitoring around the clock and rapid responses. In order to guide future initiatives, the team keeps a careful eye on the traps and analyzes the data they collect. Both the protection of crops and the preservation of ecological balance are considerably aided by the implementation of effective wild boar population control measures. In spite of the fact that technology is an essential instrument, long-term success is contingent on practices that are well-informed, responsible, and sustainable, and that respect the natural equilibrium. The footage captured by trap cameras offers valuable insights into the behavior of animals, which in turn helps to improve decision-making on wildlife management. Once the animals are secured inside the trap, the team immediately initiates a well-rehearsed response protocol. Tranquilization may be administered if necessary, especially in cases involving aggressive adults that could injure themselves or others in a state of panic. Safety for both the animals and the personnel is the foremost concern. The pigs are then transferred into specially designed holding pens where they are further assessed, tagged, and documented for monitoring purposes. Data collection plays a vital role in the long-term success of wildlife management strategies. Each trapped animal becomes part of a broader database, recording information such as age, sex, physical condition, and behavioral observations. Over time, this data helps researchers track trends in population growth, seasonal movement patterns, and reproductive rates. This evidence-based approach ensures that decisions are guided by facts rather than guesswork, ultimately leading to more sustainable outcomes. In regions where wild pig populations pose significant threats to agriculture and native ecosystems, coordinated trapping programs such as this offer an alternative to more aggressive forms of control. Rather than relying solely on lethal measures, these initiatives prioritize humane treatment and proactive engagement. Some pigs may even be sterilized and released, depending on local regulations and ecological goals, adding another layer to population control efforts. The technology behind these operations continues to evolve. Motion-triggered cameras, real-time telemetry, and remote gate systems allow teams to minimize human presence, reducing stress on the animals while increasing efficiency. Some advanced systems are even powered by solar energy and connected to cloud platforms, allowing for 24/7 monitoring and rapid deployment of capture protocols. These innovations represent the merging of traditional field skills with cutting-edge science. Public perception also plays a crucial role in the viability of such programs. Educational outreach and community involvement are often included as key components. Workshops, school programs, and open demonstrations help bridge the gap between wildlife professionals and local residents. When the public understands the rationale behind trapping operations, especially when framed in terms of safety, conservation, and ecological balance, support tends to increase. Economically, Controlled harvesting of invasive wild pigs can create unexpected value. In some areas, captured pigs are processed under strict regulations, and their meat is distributed through legal markets, contributing to local food systems. Additionally, by reducing crop damage and infrastructure destruction, these programs generate significant savings for farmers and rural municipalities. Furthermore, the ecological benefits cannot be overstated. Wild pigs, if left unchecked, are known to cause soil erosion, contaminate water sources, and prey on vulnerable wildlife. Their rooting behavior disturbs ground-nesting birds, depletes native plant species, and accelerates the spread of invasive weeds. By limiting their numbers through targeted trapping, land managers are better able to restore native biodiversity and protect fragile ecosystems. Ultimately, these operations reflect a broader shift toward coexistence strategies that acknowledge the complexities of human-wildlife interaction. Trapping is not simply about removal, it is about understanding, managing, and adapting. It is about finding a middle ground where human interests and wildlife conservation can meet, guided by research, innovation, and a long-term vision for ecological harmony. The advent of technology has provided us with strong tools. Yet, in order to achieve true sustainability, we need to have a profound understanding of ecological systems and a dedication to responsible waste management. Controlling wild boars is not the only goal of management. Rather, it is to cultivate a harmonious relationship between people and the natural environment.